Hey y'all, so today I am sharing two recipes that use cream of mushroom soup. So we'll be making a creamy mushroom beef pasta and also a creamy salsa chicken and rice bake. So we're going to start with the pasta first. So you're going to need some cheese, a pound of ground beef, whatever mushrooms you like, some diced onion, a pound of pasta, 2 cans of cream of mushroom soup, 2 cans of tomato sauce, and some optional half and half, and then we'll need some seasonings. So in my pan, I have some olive oil, and I'm just going to saute up the mushrooms and onions, and then I'm also going to add a little bit of minced garlic. You can use as much onion, mushroom as you like. My family doesn't like either one that much, so I'm using a smaller amount. And once those have been cooking for a couple of minutes, I'm going to add my pound of ground beef. And you're just going to crumble and cook this until it's cooked all the way through and it's no longer pink. And then once you have that completely cooked through, if you need to, you can go ahead and drain off any extra fat. Mine isn't too fatty, so I'm not going to drain any of mine off. And now we're going to add our soup. So you're going to add both cans of cream of mushroom soup, and you're also going to add both cans of tomato sauce, and that is 2 8-ounce cans of tomato sauce. So just stir that into the beef and mushroom mixture until everything's nice and smooth. And then we are going to add some seasonings to this. You could just make it as is, but the seasonings really make it a little more flavorful. So in my little red dish, I have a tablespoon of Italian seasoning, half a teaspoon of garlic powder, and half a teaspoon of onion powder, and then just a little salt and pepper to taste. And then just stir that in well. And this is just cooking over like a medium heat. And then I am going to add some umami seasoning. I get this at like a local grocer, but Trader Joe's also carries their version, and it's just as good. And if you've never tried it before, it's kind of got a salty, slightly spicy mushroom flavor. It's really yummy. I use it in a lot of different dishes. And then we're just going to finish this sauce with some half and half or heavy cream, just about 1/4 cup. And this is totally optional, but I just think it adds a little bit of richness and it does help smooth the sauce out. But you could leave it out if you want to. And then you're just going to stir that in until everything's heated through and it's well combined. And then we are going to take a buttered or sprayed 9x13 pan, and I'm going to add my pasta to the pan. It's already cooked. It's been sitting a little while, so it's a little bit clumpy. So just add that to the pan and try not to make a mess like I did. And I'm just going to separate out the pasta since it has been sitting for a little while. You're just going to pour your sauce over, and then just mix the pasta and the sauce together really well until everything's well coated. And at this point, you can totally serve it as is. Everything's heated through, warm, it's hot. So you could serve it like this if you wanted to. But I am going to actually top mine with some cheese. And you can top it with whatever cheese you like, however much cheese you like. I have a picky eater in my house, so I am just going to top it with about 1 cup of cheese because they do not like cheese. I know, strange. Because everything is hot and heated through, I'm just going to pop this under the broiler for about 3 to 5 minutes. But you could also bake it for about 25 minutes until the cheese and everything is nice and bubbly. And that is it, you guys. This is just a nice, comforting meal. It's one of those meals that my best friend and I made when we first moved in together after we graduated high school. So it has a lot of memories, and I've made a few changes to it over the years, but it just makes it even more yummier. All right, so we are going to shift gears and we are making the creamy salsa chicken and rice bake. So you'll need a jar of salsa, a can of cream of chicken soup, cream of mushroom soup. Then you'll also need some cooked rice, about 5 cups, which is about 2 cups uncooked. You'll need some cooked shredded chicken, and I have a short on how I make my shredded chicken for tacos, so I'll have that linked down below. You'll need 6 ounces of shredded Monterey Jack and 6 ounces of shredded cheddar. So just set all of that to the side, and we are just going to combine our ingredients to make our sauce. So in a large bowl, you'll want to mix together the cream of mushroom soup, the cream of chicken soup, and the whole jar of salsa. And this is one of my favorite store brand salsas. I get this one at Aldi. So if you haven't tried it, I do recommend it. It is a pretty good salsa. This one is mild and it still has a pretty good kick. It's more like medium. So just combine all 3 of those together until everything's well mixed. And then we're going to get out a 9x13 baking dish. And you just want to have this lightly buttered or sprayed. And we are basically going to layer this like a lasagna. So on the bottom of the dish, we are going to put half of our cooked rice and just spread that out all over the bottom. And then we're going to top it with half of our shredded chicken, half of the sauce, and then half of each of the cheeses. So half of the Monterey Jack and then half of the cheddar. And then you're basically just going to repeat those layers. So you're just going to add the remaining rice, the remaining chicken, the remaining sauce, and the remaining cheese. You could also just mix all of this together and then just top it with the cheese, but I like the layers. You also could add some canned green chilies or jalapenos or even some black beans in with the layers if you'd like. I've done that with black beans before, and that's really good. So once you do top it with the cheese, we are going to cover it with some aluminum foil. And you can spray the underside of the foil with a little butter spray, and that will keep the cheese from sticking to the foil when you go to remove it later. So we're going to pop this into a 350 degree oven for about 25 minutes. And then after that, we're just going to remove the foil and let it cook for about 5 to 10 minutes until the cheese is nice and melted to how you like it. So I would suggest letting this sit for about 15 to 20 minutes. That way it gives all the ingredients time to rest and it's not too saucy. Kind of like when you cut into a lasagna after it's freshly out of the oven. Same thing here, just let it sit for about 15 minutes. And that is it, you guys. So I hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you do get the chance to try either of these recipes out, comment down below and let us know what you think. And I will see you in the next one. Bye!